Coach, 3 weeks or so into the spring, how do you think the offense has kind of been adjusting and growing?
Yeah, well, we're in a learning phase, with new players, new staff, new terminology, new offense coming in. The biggest thing is just day-to-day studying the installs, going back, looking at film, teaching, a lot of teachable moments on film, a lot of things we can correct. And those guys are just trying to absorb all the information they can right now with signals, again with verbiage. And then doing a good job picking it up. It's a process you got to get through.
It looked like the running game today
was
able to click a little bit more than it has.
Yep, running game is really good, and that's something you have to see. Coach Satterfield and I both, have said all along, you got to have a good run game if you want to win and win championships. You got to have a really good running game, and we see it coming along nicely.
How much of a challenge is a wide receiver room with as few numbers as you have?
I know. 7 or 8 right now, and with some injuries thrown in there, so it's tough. But the positive out of all that is we got a lot of young guys getting reps. And they're thrown into the fire and they have to grow up really fast, and we see some progress out of them each day.
But Taylor got moved over to receiver. Is it something you think that's going to stick?
Well, it was a little bit of a depth purpose behind that. He's a talented guy. We need to see he's trying to learn to the wide out position. I don't know if it'll stick. It's just we're kind of in a phase right now just to kind of watch and see how he progresses. But he's a guy that he's talented. We got to get him in a spot and leave him there.
How much of that is maybe protecting him, not having to go inside and smash into people with the shoulder?
Yeah, a little bit of that too. Just trying to be smart with it. But once we get better numbers, at the receiver position, we may end up flipping him back. But we'll see.
What's that kind of ideal attribute you and Scott and Pete and everybody are trying to look for in that starting quarterback this year?
Just guys that move the football, that have good football IQ, that are leaders, that the team will rally around. A guy that studies the game and can handle all that comes with that position. A lot comes with that position. You got to do a lot of on and off the field, and all eyes are on you, and just a guy that can handle it all.
And then when you're looking at kind of the depth at wide receiver and some guys maybe younger that are popping out, is there anybody that comes to mind that you can instantly say? I've seen Leslie Ando, his name pop up a lot more this spring than I've seen
Leslie's
before.
doing a great job. Barry Jackson's another guy that just got here, and early enrollee, and he's having a lot thrown at him. We're giving him a ton of reps. In an ideal situation, he wouldn't have this many reps. But again, like I said early on, he's getting thrown in the fire, and he's doing a good job with it.
What's kind of that ideal attribute you're looking for maybe in your top receiver, the guy you want to target the most?
Well, guys that can run and that they have great ball skills, and the guy that just jumps off the page at you with both those things, D. Wiggins. He's doing a great job. He's had a great, 7, 8, 9 practices, whatever number we're on right now. But he has looked really good at big times.
You see any of the running backs, the younger ones, pushing the Kiners and the Montgomerys?
A little bit, but again, they're all working hard. They all make the mistakes because they're so young. But that's a good room. But they got to continue to progress every day. And Coach Sims is coaching them hard, staying after them. And Cream usually rises to the top somewhere around middle of camp. So we'll see how it goes.
The defense. What have your early impressions been as you've gotten in here and seen those guys in action?
Number one, how much pressure, Coach Brown sends. Big time pressure scheme. Guys just playing hard. Good run stoppers up front on that D-line. Guys that are hard to move, hard to block. But a lot of good things from top to bottom out of all those guys.
How difficult is it every day? You got Briggs and Corleone up there.
Yeah.
It's just two guys that don't move.
Yeah,
You're not moving them.
Exactly. And you almost have to try to wear them down, making them run sideline to sideline with certain things. Because going right at them, like you said, you can't move them. You're not going to get a lot of movement on those guys. But it's good. It helps our guys up front, to see that kind of work, that kind of talent every day. Because that's what we're going to face in a Big 12 schedule.
Looks like you've started to settle in on offensive line, or at least the majority of the same 5 guys are taking first team reps.
Yeah, and a big thing with O-line is chemistry. So they need a lot of reps together, and that's what we're trying to give them, you know, halfway through spring practice, and it'll continue.
Cool. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, good deal.
Appreciate you.
Coach Brown.